winter, it's really easy to expect ourselves to be super productive, especially when it's January, the new year just happened, but that's not the reality for everyone. Millions of people in America alone experience some sort of winter blues, or more intensely, the seasonal affective disorder, also known as seasonal depression. And it's so hard to be productive, to continue to grow your business, to stay motivated when you're feeling the winter blues. In this video, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about whether you do have the winter blues and what to do to mitigate some of the effects so you can continue to grow your business without burning yourself out, without trying to force yourself to work when you are just really not feeling it. Hit the like button below if you're ready to get started. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I just wanted to say hi really fast. My name is Becca Rich. I am a holistic time management coach for solopreneurs and small business owners. I help you stop hustling and start leveraging your time and energy better so you can grow a business sustainably and have so much free time. I'd like to start this video just by saying that if you do have typically lower energy and motivation in the winter months, you are not alone. Like I shared, millions of people experience some sort of winter blues or seasonal depression. I know that I hate the winter, my body hurts, and I'm not motivated at all. My husband literally almost has to drag me out of the house to get outside because I just hate the cold so much. Many of us don't realize and take into account the external and internal factors that affect how we manage our time. Just off the top of my mind, we have the external factors like the weather, like astrology, if you like astrology like I do, and internally we have our mental health, our physical health, our energy levels, if you have a menstrual cycle, and just you and how you work and take action really impacts how you manage your time and energy. So when we think of winter time, what do we think of? We think of cold weather. We think of long and dark days that last for months. Out in nature, also, we have the trees and plants and things that die off and then don't grow for months. Animals go and hibernate or migrate to warmer places. So all in all, we think of slowing down, rest, going inwards, sleeping a lot. The external impacts of less sunlight causes major shifts in our bodies. So we feel run down, tired, moody, not like our usual selves, and it probably gets harder for you to concentrate, to stay motivated. So if you feel like any of those things, especially more in the winter, then you are probably one of those people that are more impacted by seasonal changes and external shifts. Our culture and economy tries not to shift with our seasons because that means that it would be going inwards and it would rest and slow down, and that is not generally what happens. So we feel like we shouldn't slow down either. But what's special about you is that since you are a solopreneur or a small business owner, you have the opportunity to create a culture within your life and your business to shift with the seasons so you can be more productive and more human. So this is a really good time to practice being more mindful, listening to your body and what it needs. You can reflect more, you can journal, you can watch more Netflix on the couch, you can sit in front of the fireplace and just relax and breathe. It is literally okay to just sit and stare out a window. It's also a great time to practice lowering expectations of yourself. So setting lower goals, and I know that might feel weird at first, but just put less on your to-do list. Figure out what's more important and just kind of let the rest of the stuff that's less important go until there's more sunlight. Welcome this opportunity to rest and recharge because it does not come very often in our society and in our businesses. Aside from just doing less and taking care of yourself, there are some things that you can do to stay motivated. Just by keeping your window shades, all of them, as much as possible open, allows more sunlight into your home, and that is more motivating and better for your body and circadian rhythms. Another thing that I always hear is go outside, layer up, bundle up, and still get outside. And I try to do that, but like I said, I really hate the cold. But if you want to brave going outside right now, bundle up and get outside and enjoy the outdoors. I know whenever I actually get outside, it really, really helps me and my energy and my motivation. The next tip is something that I typically try and do all year round, but especially so in the winter when I just want to sit on the couch and do nothing, is try to exercise more regularly. I know that there are amazing YouTube videos, and I will link a few of my favorite yoga and mindful movement type exercises in the caption below, but I try and just move my body, even if it's just like dancing around my house a couple of minutes at least a day. Another thing that is often talked about all the time is making sure that you are eating healthy, you're taking your vitamins. If this is a time that you are typically less likely to exercise and eat healthy as well, maybe in the winter you can invest in some accountability or external support around this to make sure that you do those things when you are not feeling like you want. Obviously, this next tip is not recommended during COVID. I am highly an advocate of staying home as much as possible, but if there were not a pandemic, I would suggest maybe trying to take a trip, whether it's a road trip or visit family that live in a warmer climate, but take some time to just go in a warmer climate. Obviously, that's not happening right now, so what I would recommend is still take time off, but just relax, to just take the time to nap, to let all your plans and to-do lists go for a week or a couple of days or even just a day and watch Netflix, sleep, relax, do whatever, but just don't do work. And of course, I am a huge advocate of therapy. If you do not have a therapist and you have some sort of winter blues or seasonal affective disorder, please, please, please try and get a therapist if possible. There's a ton of great options out there. So really the theme here is doing the things that make you feel the most you and getting some external support around those things if you need it, which I do in the wintertime as well. So right now I'm in a meditation course to make sure that I continue to meditate and go inwards and breathe and do nothing for a little bit every single day. I have a therapist. I have a ton of support that I have put into place that I can make work in my life, and I highly suggest that you do as well if you have the winter blues. Comment below what tip you are going to use moving into this next year during this winter season. One of the things that I love doing around the seasons as well is planning quarterly. If you have never planned quarterly before, go and watch this next video that I've linked right here to find out more about what quarterly planning is and what it's about and how it can really, really benefit you with taking into account the seasons and all of the other factors that come into play when we're managing our time and energy.